Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of Shokugeki no Souma Nino Sara, or you could call it Food Wars The Second Plate, which is on episode 8, or the second season of Shokugeki no Souma, whatever that's fitting for you. Anyways, this episode here was pretty nice, not too bad, although it feels a little fast as usual. I mean, the way I'm looking at the second season a certain way. It's not too bad, so if anything else, let's just get this started. Okay, at the beginning of the episode, we have to it that Souma is about to go hit down to the fish market, you know? Of course, he might have woke up Megumi by accident, and therefore Megumi wants to tag along, you know? He goes like, yeah, sure, let's go take a look. And the moment he went to the fish market, it seems like Megumi is really enjoying herself here, you know? Although there are some, certain scenes cut out or omitted, though that is fine. Along the way, we have to it that Yukihira ends up encountering Kurokiba and Nakiri-san, you know? And what makes it worse right now is that it gets a little ugly here on out later. I mean, I will explain along the way, as usual. But we have to it that Souma is trying to judge a fish by by looking at it and possibly feeling it. But however, Kurokiba tells Yukihira, you can't just choose a fish blindly. You have to understand it. As you can see, we have to it that Kurokiba mentions that the flavor component of acid, inosinic acid, are like cured, you know. And depending on what the fish is or something, it's only gonna be hard for it to even find it. Also, he also mentions that the flesh can't just be too hard. It can't be flavorless too. In order to discern that difference, you need a fair amount of experience, which Kurokiba mentioned. And therefore, we have to it that Yukihira has a couple ideas of what to test out, you know, that kind of thing. So he ends up choosing his fish, and therefore it looks like Megumi seems to know what's going on. Seems to enjoy it, but Kurokiba touching, he says that's not good, and therefore he chooses the one that's a little smaller and a little bit more, that's not too puffy, and therefore he goes like, seems like you don't agree. How about you and I have a little small competition then? Test it out, and we'll see who's better at judging fish right now. And therefore Kurokiba and Yukihira decides to make sashimi out of it and see what's going on, you know. But we had also to it that when Megumi tried it, it seems like Kurokiba's is way more better than Yukihira, as Yukihira's did not have much of a shot. And we have to it that Nakiri Alice also explains how fish stiff up, and again, they are easily to lose quality in the later hours, you know. As time collapses hour by hour, their rigor index and everything else starts to decrease really badly, even after being freshed up frozen. And we have to it that Kurokiba explains that by looking and touching it, I could understand it so easily. How it looked, how it swam, and how it's carried enough ice. Everything about it. And we have to it that Kurokiba's judgment is really, really strong. And we have to it that he says he's been going to the fish market every single day at most, because if he even spends a short time away, even a little bit, he says, he will dull his senses or he will never get the ingredients he wants. He even warns Yukihira Souma, I'm not going to get my butt handed by someone who don't have who only has half knowledge of judging fish later. And therefore we have to it that Hayama did come on by too, just by using his nose or something. He managed to have an advantage. And of course Souma himself goes like, frick, I'm in so much trouble, you know. As the episode continues, we have to it that Souma is really having some is in trouble for the time being. As for Hayama himself, he gets interviewed with Jun and so forth, and Kurokiba also gets interviewed too. And we have to it that things are starting to look pretty neat and tidy for everybody all together, you know, for the time being. And of course, it seems like things are starting to look really bad for Yukihiro Souma. Even though like he decides to go grab some help from Ibusaki, along with like Ryoki. Oh man, I forgot her name. But one thing for sure, in the anime filler, they added a scene where she's actually changing or something, and damn, she's hot. Besides all that, we have to it that that he also asked Nikumi for help as well, and therefore try to make some aging processes that could help out. But apparently Megumi says like Kurokiba Rose is actually a little bit much more better though, which shows a big difference of power and strength and skill level of how like how Hayama and Kurokiba Rose could actually judge the fish. Another thing too I like to mention is that like that Kurokiba Rose has been doing his judging of fish for at least 10 years, dude. That's how he survived. And eventually, you know, after doing some aging processes, it seems like Yukihiro Souma is seriously in trouble. But we have to it that after talking to Fumio-san and looking at her dishes, he ends up saying, "Thank you very much, I love you, I got an idea now." And therefore, everybody seems to be getting ready for the finals. Of course, like Kurokiba and like Hayama, you know? They end up saying like, where the hell is Yukihiro, man? It's been days since I last spotted him. Especially Hayama-kun is also thinking the same thing. They go like, what's he up to? Seriously. And of course, everyone gets ready to reveal their salaries or something. Of course, like the judges are like announced a little bit earlier than expected in the anime than the manga, though that's fine too. Of course, the judges will be Saizuma and Nakiri, along with like Dojima Jin and Nakiri Alice's mother, which she is pretty beautiful, obviously, but her broken Japanese is freaking hilarious. Although, like, she looks at Yukihiro and says, "I look forward to see how your dish tastes, seeing how you defeated my daughter. If it's not good, then you could say that I'll be hecka angry at you." I'm like, well, her eyes of wanting to kill someone is not a joke, you know? And, of course, as the episode, after the credits, of course, we have to it that Hayama and Souma and Kurokiba Road shows the Pacific Saudis, and it seems like they're all ready to like do battle. But as for Souma, however, it's all covered in brown stuff or something that you could imagine. I could imagine all anime only watchers looking at this and go like, "What the living? Are you serious?" Yeah. I can imagine a lot of anime onlys, especially Soma's friends, go like, "What the hell is he doing?" You know, that kind of thing. But it seems like Souma is still confident in what he just did right now. So, we're going to have to see what's going to happen. But for me, I already know what the result is. I can't wait to see all anime only fans like looking at this and finishing up the match and going like, "What the hell was that?" You know, that kind of thing. So till then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm off for Zero. Have a good day, and I'll be sure to see you next time. Alright, peace out. Bye bye. Toodaloo.